Hey guys, I got some breaking news here. I'm sure you probably already heard by now, but Jimmy Kimmel just got fired from his show, and I had to talk about it. I mean, I'm kind of, a little trepidatious about talking about this, considering how hard MAGA is going after the censorship of free speech, and it seems like they're hitting new heights. They already got Stephen Colbert, and now they got Jimmy Kimmel. ABC suspended Jimmy Kimmel last night show indefinitely beginning on Wednesday after comments that he made about Charlie Kirk's killing. It says the veteran late night host made several remarks about the reaction to the conservative activist assassination last week on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Many in Magaland are working very hard to capitalize on the murder of Charlie Kirk. Now, he's not wrong about that. They really seem to be going fully hard and in the paint to do this. ABC, which aired Kimmel's show from 2003, moved swiftly after Nexstar Communication Group said it would pull the show starting on Wednesday. Kimmel's comments about Kirk's death are, quote, offensive and insensitive at a critical time in our nation's political discourse, said Andrew Alford, president of Nexstar Broadcasting Division. I've got more here, sorry. This might be a much bigger reason that they're not talking about at the moment, but I'm sure it'll come up. ABC pulls Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air. The key points, this is on CNBC, so this is more about the finance of it all. Disney subsidiary ABC said it was pulling the Jimmy Kimmel Live show off the air indefinitely after controversial comments. By the way, both days he condemned the murder of Charlie Kirk. So, by the way, all of this is free speech, but, the right wing does not really seem to care about free speech. Here's the most important stuff, though. Federal Communications Commissioner Chair Brendan Carr suggested ABC's broadcast license would be at risk from Kimmel's statements about Tyler Robinson, who is accused of murdering Kirk. Nexstar Media Group, which is seeking FCC approval for a $6.2 billion merger with Tigna, earlier said its ABC affiliates would preempt Kimmel's show because of its remarks. President Trump called ABC's action great news. I've got a little bit more here. This is from Newsweek, and President Donald Trump, this is what Donald Trump had to say. This is what the president, who, by the way, is not even in the States right now, he's in UK doing a state visit. His answer is, great news for America. The ratings challenge Jimmy Kimmel show is canceled. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done. It did not have to be done. You're just bitter and pissed old man who does not like people making fun of you. Kimmel has zero talent and worse ratings than even Colbert, if that's possible. That leaves Jimmy and Seth, talking about Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers, two total losers on fake news NBC. Their ratings are so horrible. Do it, NBC. President DJT. So that's what he had to say about that. And lastly, what did Jimmy Kimmel say? Now, like I said, both on Monday and on Tuesday, he spoke about this and he condemned the killing of Charlie Kirk. In his monologue, Kimmel on Monday said that we hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, doing everything they can to score political points from it. And of course, I've already gone over what Donald Trump had to say. Now, this is a little bit more interesting stuff here. Earlier on Wednesday, the chair of the U.S. media regulator, Brendan Carr, the FCC chair, appeared on a right-wing podcast and threatened to take away ABC's broadcasting license in response to Kimmel's comments. The only reason why that they are able to do this threat is because the company is trying to do a merger with Tigna. What is it called? Nextnol? I'm sorry, I'm already forgetting the fucking name of it. It's sorry. Next Star. Isn't it funny that we don't really know who, I mean, we know ABC, CBS, NBC, and we just think that that's it. But, it's Paramount, it's Next Star, it's Tigna. None of these names that we really understand. But back to that thing I was just talking about. Brendan Carr appeared on right-wing podcasts to threaten to take away ABC's broadcasting license in response to Kimmel's comments. In an interview with Benny Johnson, closeted Benny Johnson, Carr suggested suspending Kimmel could be an appropriate action from ABC. After ABC announced hours later, Johnson boasted online that it was his interview with Carr that had led Kimmel's suspension. Quote, "It's called soft power." No, honey, that's not called soft power. That's fucking hard power. What this is hard power. The left uses it all the time. Thanks to President Trump, the right has learned how to wield it as well. The Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression said that the timing of ABC's decision after the comments from Carr tells the whole story. Another media outlet, whether under government pressure, the free speech advocate group, adding, "We cannot be a country where every late night talk show host serve at the pleasure of the president. But until institutions grow a backbone," which by the way, they're not. ABC is not growing a backbone. They're giving into the fascism, and which means that they will continue to have to give into the fascism. You give them an inch, they will take a mile. You got to say no, but they're not doing that. Truth Wins Out, a nonprofit dedicated to exposing extremism, says the move is part of a right-wing cancel crusade that has weaponized outrage to silence dissent and intimidate media outlets. This is the new McCarthyism that has expanded the boundaries of, quote, woke to once unimaginable dimensions. It is chilling the free press and punishing truth tellers. So anyway, I just wanted to get this information out to you as quickly as I could. I'm sure that you probably already heard about it, but the fact that they are going after some of the biggest names, biggest celebrities and the biggest voices out there that are talking back to power, talking truth to power, is chilling. That's the whole point of this. It is chilling, and it concerns me. I've got friends of mine talking to me going, "You sure you want to continue to do this podcast?" And it does frighten me a little bit just thinking about it. It really does. But when you fight back against these people, then they tuck tail and run. You just saw the governor of Illinois, Pritzker, tell Donald Trump to go kick rocks, and they did not invade Chicago. So that's how you do this. But of course, since that particular company, Nexstar, is trying to do a merger, a $6 billion merger, it seems like that is the reason. It's the quid pro quo of it all, the give and the get. Donald Trump wants to get rid of people that talk shit about him, and Nexstar wants to get approval through Brendan Carr and the FCC. And by the way, the combination of all of these media companies into smaller and smaller groups means that they have a bigger monopoly on these things. And that causes, look, basic TV, NBC, ABC, CBS, they're fucking washed, man. Nobody watches this shit anymore anyway. I like Kimmel. I like to watch his stand-up. I thought he did a really good job with his stand-up, that he, at least in the last 10 years. And Seth Meyers, I like Seth Meyers. I wasn't a huge fan of Stephen Colbert, but he has every right to say the things that he had been saying. But ultimately, what the real issue is late-stage capitalism and those companies wanting to do their mergers. And the only way that they're going to be able to do their mergers is if they appease the God King, Donald Trump. And what Donald Trump wants is to get rid of all dissenting voices. It's chilling times, folks. It's really chilling, and it's I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Should I continue this show? I'm already in a marginalized group, being who I am. So Right now, nobody knows who the fuck I am. I'm, small beans, but, once they get rid of the big ones, they're going to start coming after the smaller ones and, on new media and on YouTube. How long before he talks to the CEO of Google? He was at the inauguration after all. And when Donald Trump gets done getting rid of the bigger voices, he will go after the smaller voices. You think Stephen Miller is not just scouring everything, trying to figure out a way to shut down as much dissent as possible? I did a show yesterday about it, and he's a raving fucking lunatic, an ineffectual little short bald man who is just angry at the world because he's little short bald guy who nobody likes and people make fun of him. You think that he is not going to continue on his path of vengeance? All of these people want vengeance on what, I have no idea. But they are definitely using Charlie Kirk's assassination as the means to go about doing it, and it's frightening. Troubling times, folks.